Hi, and welcome to this short presentation of the statistics module for your franchise intranet. As an administrator, you will find access to this module in your left-hand pane under the statistics shortcut. The first thing you will see when you enter the module is a preset of 3 different statistics. Those you can change by yourself, and you can add or edit them as you like. But first, to be able to access the statistics module, you need to add some settings on your roles. So you need to start with clicking into our organization and then to roles. And as an example, you need to check if you have a role called superuser. Let's use this as an example. You need to edit your role, and you need to take a look at rights and scroll down a little, and you will find statistics here. So you need to tick those 2 boxes, statistics local and central. Now, the local feature means that that role will only be allowed to see statistics, for example, their local unit or a cluster of units. Now, this could be proficient if you have a multi-unit franchise and you would like to have the local manager to see statistics for his or her staff. Then you need to tick the central box if you are an administrator and you need a role to have access to statistics for all areas and business areas. And both these should be set to read, as would be the only option. So once you tick those boxes, you can save, and then you would have access to the statistics module. Now, as you first enter the statistics module, there will be 3 presets available. And those would be showing for the past 4 months the amount of people logged on to the intranet in reference to the total amount of users set up in the intranet. So in this first, where you have the graph, will show you how many users have logged on to the intranet for each month. And you could, by clicking, for example, the July numbers, you will get a overlay window showing you exactly which users, how many times they logged on, how long they've spent, and average time spent on the intranet. And if you have a very long list, you can sort by columns, and you can even search, in this case, to find one specific user. The second graph will show you how many of the users and the percentage have visited the document module, meaning have viewed any document whatsoever for any of these months available. And those numbers here will show you that during July you have a total of 51 users in your intranet. 10 of those have accessed any type of document or page, giving you a 20% hit rate. And you can see the same number, and you have a total for the entire period. And you will also see from the pie chart, you would have 21 users reading any type of document and 30 users reading nothing at all. And again, you can get some more in-depth information by clicking on each number in the table. To see in our demo system, we don't have so many users. Let's remove the Jenny filter. And again, you can see which users have been into documents how many times over the chosen period. Now, let's take a look at how you can add or edit your own filters. We can change any of these three. These three are only presets, which can very easily be changed. So, for example, we could choose to see visitors in documents, and then we can choose, for example, let's see any users who have read documents with the tag franchise manual per month. And as you see, all the graphs will be updated live in real time. So in this case, we have again the available amount of users and how many has read anything with the tag franchise manual. So in this case here, those are now happy numbers to be looking at, with a 12% hit rate over 4 months. Same thing here, the pie chart will show you visitors and non-visitors. And again, we can have a drill down to see, okay, which are those two users here. We can see that it's Maya and Jenny who's actually been active whatsoever, and we have the rest here doing nothing at all. Now, in this presentation, we're not going to go in depth on the options you have with the statistics module, but you can use all these settings here and vary what type of query you would like the system to process to get the result you need. And to give you another example, we can take a look at which users, visitors in documents, and we can select a specific page or a specific document. We can add that. And we will have the graph update itself to see that, okay, that this specific page or document is shared with 8 people in total, and in these cases we only have 1 user in July who read it, and meaning 7 didn't, so we have a 13% hit rate. And again, you can drill down to see, okay, now who did and did not read this document. We can actually then turn it around and say, okay, show me, it's called non-visitors, meaning that who didn't read this, and that's basically twisting it the other way around. So it's an 88% no read hit. Again, slightly depressing numbers. And you can also change the date range. As a default, it's a 3-month period, but you can go as short as 1 day. That is the shortest day. And for those of you who have had your intranets operational before this module, all historical data will be picked up by the statistics module. So you will be able to get statistics from as far back as you started up your system. In this example here, we have 3 presets, but you can also, if you would like to, add more sample selections and just build on this page.